interesting thing the government has said is that we want to make space for critical thinking, more holistic, inquiry based, discovery based, discussion based, and analysis based learning, as if the syllabus is preventing from that. But if you are giving so much flexibility to students, then there is no need to reduce the syllabus. The problem that most of the students have is not that they have to study so much syllabus. It's usually because they don't want to study the syllabus that they are not interested in. Okay, the syllabus itself is not a problem. It's all about interest, and if the students are able to choose the subjects they are interested in, then ideally it makes sense to increase more of that syllabus in that subject, right? So I think that this whole populist message of reducing content is good for getting good scores in 10th and 12th, but in the long run it is very damaging to the students as well as to country as a whole. Another thing is they have said we will introduce experiential learning. Uh, Now this includes arts-based, in sports integrated, hands-on learning. When it comes to science subjects, experiential learning is good, but when it comes to social sciences, एक्सपीरियंशियल मतलब आपको एक्सपीरियंस करना है उन चीजों को. अभी आपका मतलब कोई सोशल साइंस में कॉन्सेप्ट है कि there is some atrocity happening somewhere, you have to experience that, आप उनका पेन फील कीजिए and all that nonsense. It's good when it comes to STEM topics. Experiential learning आपको experiment कर करके थोड़ा आपको पता चले, that is good. But in social science subjects, it will be problematic. For example, a recent example was there was this NGO or this social science organization which was teaching all these students in high-end private school in Delhi, uh, you know, how males can also breastfeed and things like that. So, that whole that sex and, your sex is different and your gender is different. So all uh, these kind of experiential learning में ये सारी दिक्कतें आएंगी when you try to inject that into social sciences. The government feels that existing system of board and entrance examinations is basically focused on it promotes coaching classes, coaching culture. I think this is really wrong assessment, because if you really look at the data, you will find that tough examination systems, for example, IITs, NEET, and whether it is UPSC or other tough examinations, they have bigger coaching industry. You really don't need coaching to crack 12th board exams or 10th board exams, but more people are involved in taking coaching when it comes to these tough examinations. So to believe that board exams are promoting tuition culture because they are based on rote learning is a really wrong reading of the situation. Main problem why we have more coaching for these tough examinations is because schools do not have adequate teaching faculties, in these schools, and they have to go out and learn from the experts who only coaching factories can afford to hire them, because they are all these engineers, doctors. They are very experts in their subjects. वो बीएड डिग्री तो नहीं लेने जाएंगे ना, 1 साल का 2 साल का, to get hired for a school. So this is coaching. This is how coaching and tuition culture gets promoted. Okay. So what government will end up doing in their hopes to mellow down the boards, they will kill this whole system. Board examinations will not be as important as they are now. So the government, by two suggestions, you should look at it. National Testing Agency, the government says it will conduct specialized common subject exams. For example, NTA, which is being formed, and it is conducting examinations for IITs, IIMs. It will be single agency that will conduct all the examinations for higher education. Government says that this same agency will conduct specialized common subject exams. कि देश में एक मैथ्स का पेपर होगा से 5वीं क्लास में पूरे देश में जिसको अपीयर होना है अपने मन से ही विल अपीयर एंड दैट विल पॉइंट आउट रैंकिंग्स कि भैया देश में मैथ में सबसे आगे कौन है ना फिजिक्स में कौन है केमिस्ट्री में कौन है हिस्ट्री में कौन है पॉलिटिकल साइंस में कौन है सो विल हैव स्पेशल special Olympiads kind of exams for different classes and different subjects. So I think over the time, boards will have no importance left. All these Olympiad kind of exams will happen. The government will be conducting them, and there will be other private agencies that will be conducting these exams. And based on the reputation of whose scores are more, credible, these higher education institutions, IITs, IIMs, they will be, taking entrance admissions of these students based on their scores. So if I'm good at maths, I don't need anything else. I can just focus on it. I can appear for Olympiads. I can appear for NTA test of maths of class 12th. And based on that score, maybe I can get admission into some higher education institution that values that score. So I think this is a good step. One of the big focus area of the syllabus content that government has envisioned through NEP is to, which I call the Gandhification. They will be teaching us, they say that we will be teaching Indian knowledge systems, which is a good thing. But the NEP says that students will be taught what's right. And how will that be taught? It will be taught by imparting values such as seva, ahimsa, swachhata, satya, nishkam karma, shanti, sacrifice, tolerance, diversity, pluralism, righteous conduct, gender sensitivity, respect for elders, respect for all people and their inherent capabilities, regardless of background, respect for environment, helpfulness, courtesy, patience, forgiveness, empathy, compassion, patriotism, democratic outlook, integrity, responsibility, justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. So the government will teach all these great values to the students, and the students will come out of the schools as enlightened beings who will have compassion, who will have these all these great qualities just by learning at school. So I'm very skeptical of this whole Gandhification of the school syllabus. Anyway, uh, as I say in this slide, as I've written earlier, that I have full conviction that the Indian state does not have any to teach what's right, but what's convenient or politically palatable. So all these kids will learn ahimsa, parmo dharma, and all these Gandhian values.